Okay, world history, this is your bonus video. I am making this video if you are freaking out about our small quiz tomorrow. So let us talk about the 5 people who are going to be on the quiz tomorrow. Okay, so the first person we're going to talk about is Ptolemy. And he proposed the geocentric solar system. Geocentric. And if you'll remember from our discussion in class, geo means world, and centric means center. So world center, Ptolemy thought that the Earth was in the center of the solar system. So if you know that, and you should also know that he's an ancient Greek philosopher, you should be able to get that portion of the quiz right. Now, more than that, what I would like you to know is I would like you to know that Ptolemy said that all their other planets weren't made of matter. They weren't solid things that you could touch. They were just orbs of light. So sort of like a magical, mystic orbs of light. And outside of the 10th one was called the prime mover. It's the one that made them all go outside, or all go around in a perfect circle. Outside the 10th one, what you have there is heaven. That's where God lives. Okay, so let's continue and let's get to our next person. Our next person is, let's go, Copernicus. Copernicus is the next person to talk about. Copernicus makes most sense here. And Copernicus, he is the first one to really look at it and figure out that it's heliocentric. Heliocentric. And heliocentric means the sun's in the middle. So, sun in the middle of the solar system. Copernicus still thought that the planets moved in a perfect circle. So here's the sun, and he said the planets move in a perfect circle. So then that brings us to our next man. Our next man's name is Johannes Kepler. And he said that the planets do not move in a perfect circle, but they move in an elliptical manner. Elliptical orbit. So this elliptical orbit, instead of a perfect circle, it's more of an oval. So here's the sun there, and we have the planets in sort of an oval shape around the sun. Okay, so he didn't know why, though. He just knew that they're not in this perfect circle as Galileo or as Copernicus had said, but rather they're in an oval shape around the sun. So let's move on. The next person we need to talk about is Galileo. You need to know about Galileo that he used a telescope. He used a telescope, so we see the scientific revolution coming through and helping us make new technology. So he used this telescope to look at the stars. And he figured out with this telescope, he agreed with Kepler that the planets were in an elliptical manner, and he also agreed with Copernicus that that's the sun. The sun's in the middle here. But he also said that, unlike Ptolemy said, he said they are not orbs of light, but he said the planets are made of matter, things you can touch. Planets made of matter. Okay, so that was Galileo's big accomplishment. And then last but not least, the man who you all know from elementary school, Isaac Newton, and he came up with the theory of gravity. So he said that if I have a really big thing over here. So this is my really big thing. This is like the sun. Okay, it's a really large thing. And then over on this other side, let's say I got the Earth here, then the Earth is over here. He said the Earth, this smaller thing, will be attracted to the sun, and that is why we get that elliptical motion. Okay, so that is what Newton did. He had the theory of gravity. Okay, those are the 5 people on your quiz tomorrow. So if you master this video, if you master this content, you're going to get an A on the quiz. See you all tomorrow. Thanks.